And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary's Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com. Go see our good friends at Hail Mary's. They're located in Cheviot. They're right on Harrison Avenue. So they're inside the door district. You can go from bar to bar with your drinks, but no need for that. You can just hang out at Hail Mary's. They've got 27 TVs, a 9-screen video wall. They have the DirecTV sports package, so you can watch all the games, including Saturday, noon. You can watch the Bearcats if you can't make it to Nippert Stadium. Also, Sunday, men's basketball. Head to Hail Mary's bucket specials for the games. Brand new walk-in coolers, brand new draft lines, and, of course, ice-cold Cincy Light and 32.8 degree frosted glasses. All right, Aaron, it is Thursday, so it is Three Keys time, and this is such a big game, like such a big game for the remainder, for this little 3-game mini schedule for so many reasons. Forget about the keys, Aaron. Just the momentum of how these last 3 games play out is going to be determined Saturday. If you win, you can make great 3 things happen. If you lose and you got BYU next, and then you have to go to TCU, what could be a very promising season can flame out. Not as bad as a season ago, but still, this is as big a game by far in the Scott Satterfield era.
Yeah, and you go back to the fact that the bye week really couldn't have come at a more opportune time in the schedule. You coming off of the Utah loss, coming off of really getting the fattest L of your season handed to you. I mean, Nebraska is what it was, like whatever. But Utah was no phase of the game played well after you'd been playing well in all 3 phases throughout the entirety of the season. A blip in the radar, but it's how this team responds and bounces back against a formidable opponent in Arizona and then an impressive opponent in BYU.
And then a sneaky TCU's still a good team.
TCU could matter. That game, honestly, might not matter for either team when it all comes down to it. So it all starts
I'm excited.
Saturday.
I'm excited to see how this plays out because they've worked very hard to get to this point. So let's see what the final couple chapters of this book looks like.
And
let's get to your keys.
I just want to say it's a huge game for Scott Satterfield to really prove all the naysayers of Scott Satterfield wrong. But all right, we will start with my 3 keys as we always do. First one, find the first downs. This offense needs to stay on the field pretty much as they can. You don't want to give the Arizona offense too many opportunities to either milk the clock, which I don't know that they're a team that necessarily does a ton of that, but
they don't really.
We'll see. But you just don't want to give them any more opportunities than necessary, truthfully. So if you can,
here's the thing:
find those.
They're not a traditional milk the clock team, but they will go 7 yards a play down the field. So they might not be trying to run off 7 minutes, but they will go on a 14-play drive if they have to, I guess.
And if you're game planning for Cincinnati, who's to say that you don't try to milk the clock in exactly that type fashion anyway? So find those first downs, continue to just stay on the field, make your drives, get back in the red zone, all of those things. My second one, keep the offense on the field. And I don't mean just the offense, because yes, you want to continue to find those first downs and all of that, but the defense also needs to get the offense back on the field. Things that we didn't see against Utah. You have to play both offense and defense really well these next 3 weeks. So, and lastly, complementary football. It's not just the offense and the defense, but special teams needs to get back to being special. Otherwise, you're just teams out there, and the rest of the entire season, we've seen special teams be special. Scott Satterfield talked about it on Tuesday in his presser, that you have guys stepping up wanting to be a part of special teams. You can feel the rub that special teams has had on this season, and you have to get back to just simplifying it. Get back to what you were doing well, kicking the ball, both field goals and punting, covering punts well, covering kickoffs well. Just all of those things you did not do well against Utah. None of those things. So you just get back to all of those things being at least average, if not back to all the way special.
This is why they won 7 in a row. Like, they did not get out of line. Like, if the defense had a bad series, the offense picked them up. The offense had a bad series, the defense picked them up. Like, and special teams was really solid in every phase. And It feels like the coaching in that 7-game winning streak was really good, putting these guys in positions to have success. And then you got to that Utah game and it all kind of crumbled. So this is a huge litmus test, Aaron. And is that a blip in the radar? Or is that what we're going to see in these last couple games down the stretch, right? Like, can they get back on the horse? They fell off the horse. Can they get back on the horse and get the horse across the finish line? It's kind of where it feels like this is at, right?
Yeah. And I don't know. I think it all comes again back to, you can't just have one of these 3 phases bounce back. You can't even really have 2 of these 3 phases bounce back. All 3 phases have to get back on track. And that's a tall task, truthfully, to get all 3 back on track in a matter of 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens.
Especially against a really good team. Like, Arizona's not a great team, but I said this last night on the BCJ pod. Like, they're going to have to play. Cincinnati's going to have to play really well to win this game. Period. Period.
That's the conference you signed up for.
Yeah. You're not so gifted physically as a team that you can now play poorly and still win.
Correct.
And maybe Colorado, West Virginia, a couple of those teams, that Oklahoma State at the bottom, you can be off a little bit and still win, but that's not Arizona. No. Arizona's one of the better teams in the league this year. Good defense, good offense, not great special teams, but they can do a lot to cause you issues. That's why when we get to my 3 keys, Aaron, star bright. The stars have to be stars. Like, you are in the home stretch, everything is on the line. You've got a chance to play for your first Big 12 championship. That's not going to happen if Brendan Sorsby, Joe Royer, Jake Golday, and Dante Corleone aren't at their best. Those are 4 guys. If you look at draft boards, those 4 guys are right around the top 100 in the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
Stars. They've got to be stars. They've got to play like stars. They've got to put this team on their back and say, the leadership has been great, right? Gavin Gerhardt, all these guys, Logan Wilson, they talk about the leadership all the time. Yeah. That's the off the field stuff. Now it's the on the field stuff, and you've got to put it on tape. You've got to say, this is who we are. We're winners, and we're going to get us to the finish line and let the chips fall where they may. It starts with Brendan Sorsby for me. He's been outstanding in the 7 wins. He has been bad in the 2 losses. Let's just call a spade a spade. His completion percentage has been low. His yards have been low. He's thrown interceptions. He's been bad in the 2 losses.
He'd tell you that too.
Yeah. It starts with him, and it trickles down from there. If Brendan Sorsby has a great day, I feel great about Cincinnati winning the football game. If he looks like he did against Nebraska and Utah, I don't feel great about Saturday.
Tough sled.
Yeah. Find pressure. Look, Noah Fafita is really good at 2 things: throwing from a clean pocket and throwing against zone defense. Cincinnati plays more zone defense than any team in any Power 5 team in America, Power 4 team in America. Nobody plays more zone defense in terms of percentage of snaps. They play the most zone in the country. They're not going to stop playing zone. Maybe you mix in a little bit more man, but they're a zone team. The other thing Noah Fafita is great at is throwing from a clean pocket. You better get him off his spot. You can't just let him stand back there for 3-4 seconds and wait for his receivers to find holes in your zone. Because it's going to be a long-ass Saturday if he's just standing back there, boop, 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 boop. It's a guy that's played a ton of football. A ton of football.
I think I said
really
31 games last night.
Yeah. So that's a big thing for me. Whether it be up the middle, getting him off his spot, whether it be blitzing, whether it running some more stunts, running some more game to get him uncomfortable. But anything you can do to where he's not just standing there like a statue waiting for his offense to find the hole in the defense, you're going to have to do. And then number 3, finish strong. I think this is going to be a close game. I think this is going to be a game that's decided in the fourth quarter. Cincinnati's going to have to, once again, we've seen them do it several times this year, where they've got the job done late, where they've made the plays late, where they were able to pull away and turn a 1-score game into a 3-score game, with a turnover, with a big play. Arizona is going to continue coming at you all day. Fafita is not going to stop throwing the ball down the field. So you have to take that into account. You are not comfortable at 31-21, right? Like they're a score, a stop, and a score from winning the game. So this team's going to have to play well. They're going to have to put the pressure on Arizona, and then they're going to have to hold on because Arizona is going to keep coming after you, and they're going to keep trying to get this victory at Nippert Stadium.
With Arizona's special teams kind of where they are, I wonder if we're going to see the same trend that we've seen all season where
fourth downs
is everything four down territory, essentially.
Yeah. I think we will.
That's crazy.
Plus, it's going to be a super nice day, Aaron. You're not talking about blustery conditions. It's not going to be cold. It's not going to be raining. It's going to be mid-60s. I think it's going to be cloudy, but like mid-60s and comfortable. It's going to be perfect football weather. If you're Arizona, why wouldn't you go for it on fourth and reasonable almost every time?
And I think it's a fascinating thing that's happened against Cincinnati this season.
Yeah. Guess what? Defending against 3 downs is hard. Mm-hmm. When you got to stop a team 4 downs to get 10 yards, 2.5 yards a pop. If you can't get 2.5 yards of play, boy, you're not having a good day. So it's a big one, man. I'm excited for this one because I think we're going to learn a lot about Scott Satterfield and his program on Saturday. Because it's not a ranked team, right? It's not a flashy, headline marquee game. But it's as important as any game that they've played in the Scott Satterfield era.
And what have we said time and time again for this program is you have to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. And this is a team that you're supposed to beat. So figure out a way to do it. Yeah, if you want to be taken seriously.
I still don't understand the line. 6.5 just seems crazy to me.
Is it still?
I think it is. And I was at a volleyball banquet tonight, so I haven't been tracking the lines. But I think it's still 6.5. It
is still 6.5. And the over-under
to me.
The over-under hasn't moved. It's at 56.5. I'm
gonna keep an eye on that tomorrow. It just seems weird. I don't doubt Vegas. They're much smarter than us for a reason, but it feels off. It feels like I said yesterday. Feels like it should be like 4.5. 2 points is a lot. Maybe tease it down. Tease it down to 4.5. But all right, you got anything else?
I can't wait.
Well, it's going to be a good one. We will see you back here Saturday evening as we recap whatever it is that happens on Saturday afternoon. That's the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya!